What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm Matt with DSR, and today we are in the garage. Obviously we are fitting this from INNOVV. This is their new product called the Third Eye. You may be thinking to yourself, what does this do? Well, simple enough. This is a blind spot detection radar for the rear of your bike. Yes, new fancy bikes are starting to come with radars, and they are coming with warning systems for the blind spot. If your bike is a little bit older but you do want to add a feature like this could be the perfect product for you. INNOVV have sent me this product, so first of all, thank you very much. Second of all, obviously this is a sponsored video, but no, they have not paid me or told me what to say. This is purely me, my opinions and my thoughts on the product. The Third Eye comes in two different options for you. The first one is going to be like a little watch kind of size, which you'll put on your handlebars. Or what I've got is the option where it sticks onto the mirrors. So there are some bikes out there, they've got the little indicators for the blind spot on the mirrors left and right. That is what this one will do. As you can see from this first option, you can have this mounted on the handlebar, and this will show you when you've got a vehicle in your left-hand blind spot by illuminating the left-hand car, or if you've got a car in your right-hand blind spot, right-hand car, or we have got the rear collision assist, which will be when both cars are illuminated at the same time. Not only is there a visual aid with the cars lighting up left and right, but there is also an audible tone as well. And that is the same with the mirror option. Obviously left-hand mirror, right-hand mirror, both mirrors, but also does have the audible tone as well. Looking at the box this comes in, you can tell INNOVV have taken a lot of time on it because it's a really nice box. Some people just have a plain box and whack it in, but INNOVV have not done that. On the outside of the box, it shows there are up to 64 targets that it can detect from the rear. We've got a wide field of view up to 150 degrees. It's claimed an IP67, so absolutely no need to worry about water. And it says easy to install. Now, I'm not a mechanic or a technician or electrician, like I say in all the garage episodes. So we'll see how easy this is to install. As we can see, there are three areas of detection for this radar. The first one going to be the blind spot detection. That's going to be from 0.2 meters up to 6 meters from the rear of the bike, all the way to that 150 degrees. Next one then is going to be the lanes change assist, and that is again going to detect from 0.2 meters all the way up to 50 meters. And then finally we've got the rear collision warning. Now the lanes change assist and the rear collision warning will both activate when the time to collision is less than or equal to 3 seconds on either of those lanes, i.e. your left or right hand area for the lane change or the rear. I can hear you asking how much they're going to set you back. Well, both the mirror and the watch are going to set you back £240 on INNOVV's website. If you've not seen any of my other sponsored videos, first of all, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, because all the products I get sent that I don't personally keep and use on my bike, I will be doing giveaways. So this will be given away once I've done the full test and full review on it. Okay, so the two main parts that's going to come in the box, this is the radar. And then lastly, we've got the brains of the operation with our power cable. And then these are the little lights that's going to go onto the mirrors. On the back of them, it does say left and right, so don't worry. Also, I believe on one of them, I think it's the left-hand light, that is going to be the button for the audio as well. The rest of it is just mounting hardware, Allen keys, etc. Now on my BMW GSA, I will not be fully routing the wiring. From that, I mean, I'm not going to take off the seats and the tank covering, because like I said, I will be giving this away. So I'm just going to lightly wire the system on top of the bike. You'll see what I mean when we come to it. So it comes to the end of the video, I can then take it off easily, pack it up and send it out to one of you. Well, let's install this. Firstly, I'm going to install the radar. On the back of the bike already, I've got two dash cams, one in the center and one on the right hand side of the rear light. So I'm going to install this on the left hand side, utilizing the left hand indicator. So there's a bolt there, taken it out, I've placed the bracket in. Now all I need to do is install the radar onto that bracket with the nut and bolt provided. With the radar on the left and right hand side, it does show the degrees, because what you want to do is when the bike is flat and level, you want to have the radar pointing roughly 10 degrees down. So this has got a leeway of 2 degrees of that, so 12 to 8 degrees facing to the rear, so it can properly detect cars, bikes. More importantly, there is a little protective film over the radar take that off. Radar's installed. Now I'm going to clean the mirrors where I'm going to place the lights. Now for me, I'm just going to put it onto the mirror, hopefully make it nice and easy to remove later on and then clean up the area. Once that's installed, you're just going to then run the wiring down. For me, I'm going to do that down the handlebar, and then again, this is just a rough install. I'm just going to put mine on the left hand side of the tank, and then same again, as you can probably see here with my chiggy wiring, the wiring is then just going to run down the right hand side of the tank. If I was doing this properly, I would take off this center part of the GSA, fit all the wiring underneath there, so it come out, goes into the OEM wiring through the left and right hand side, bring it up underneath the tank, and then I'm going to be installing the power straight into my Thunderbox. If you've not seen my video on that, just released it, so head on out, top right hand corner, you'll see it there. It's basically a power delivery, so all my accessories run through the Thunderbox. Awesome bit of kit. If you've not seen it or don't know what I'm on about, check out the video. It explains everything. Up to you whereabouts you installed it, whether you put it on the mirror itself or maybe on the mirror arm or anywhere around the handlebars, wherever you want. I mean, if you really wanted, I've got a sat-nav mount at the front. If you wanted, you could mount it left and right hand side of the sat-nav if it was always going to stay on your handlebars. Like this jigger unit, you can't take it off when you park up anyway. Cool, now let's just sort the wiring out. And if you've got a Thunderbox, it is as simple as that to wire this up. Make sure the rear seat goes all right. Comes off okay. And then lastly, all we've now got to do is connect the radar to the brains unit using this cable here, and then just cable manage this last bit on the outside of the bike. As you see there, it is fully working. Once you turn the bike on, Thunderbox gives it power, it bleeps, and then they both flash. If you want though, you can push the button and turn off the bleeping. Me personally, I'll probably turn that off, just because I need that going on and off every time I turn the bike on. But this wouldn't be a full product review if we didn't go and test it on the road. So let's do that. It is a lovely clear blue sky, which is it's nice to see. Trying to get to the dual carriageway because it is still quite early, so not many cars around. Hopefully that will give us the best option of seeing this INNOVV ThirdEYE in action. Now for me, where I've placed them on the inner side of the mirrors, and the reason I've done that is because where my arms and my shoulders sit, actually I can't use that part of the mirror anymore. My body takes it up. So where they are placed does not impede in me looking to the rear using my mirrors at all. I think the biggest point to think about and remember is that these and any other devices for like the rear radar blind spot is no replacement, shall we say, for doing your own personal checks. You should still be checking your mirrors, and more importantly, when you're doing any manoeuvres, you should still be doing your shoulder lifesaver check. As I said, these are your third eye. Still need to use the two you got. Don't just rely on these wholeheartedly. Oh, it's a quiet day. There's no cars. Let's slow down. Hopefully, at some point, a car will come past. Imagine the wiring was done properly, and you just got this little thing here. I see a car coming. It's miles away though. 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning. Everyone should be out and enjoying this weather. I mean, that was awkward because nothing happened. Don't forget, if it doesn't work the first time, try it a couple of times, and then you may have to adjust that pitch. Remember, minus 10 degrees is what it's asking for. Actually, if it's pitched too high or too low, it's not going to pick anything up. So we'll wait for another car. Now I know the unit itself is working because when you turn the bike on, remember it does the audible beeps and both of them flash a couple of times. So you know the system's working in that sense. Purely down to now probably just getting the angle of the radar correct. I've got the tools on me, so it's no drama if I need to adjust it. Why is it that side of the road, loads of people? Look at them all. Come over this side. Come help me make this video. Here's another one. There it goes. It worked. It worked that time. Hopefully you saw it. LEDs come up. Now it doesn't mean that the radar is not in the right place. It may still need adjusting. But it did work that time. That is the important thing. And there it is. Lighting up. So I can confirm it does work. Like I said, I still might have a little tweak of the angle later on when I get back to the garage. But right now, that was I don't know, Citroen C3, C4 or something of that similar size, and it still picked it up. So it wasn't just because it was a big car, it picked it up. So we got a big truck, and there it goes, the lights up. Now I'm going to assume, because I was doing the overtaking, that the system doesn't pick it up. I assume it's only when the vehicle's coming up to your rear, that's when those 64 points of detection comes into play. Which is handy, because when I'm doing the overtakes, I don't want it popping up all the time. Remember as well, when I give the information at the start, how the detection of the system works if it believes that you are, or the vehicle coming to your rear is with less than 3 seconds, or 3 seconds or less. So if you're just poodling along and you're doing average speeds together, you're both doing 30 or whatever, it won't detect it. It won't recognise it, it won't alert you. It will only pop up if it thinks you are, or could be, in danger. Which again is really good, handy, because then you haven't got lights going off all the time. You're not getting distracted, especially at night time, going, oh, what's that? Oh no, it's just because there's a car behind me, but we'll both go in 30, so it doesn't really matter. Me personally, I'm probably going to press the button to turn off the audio. I don't really need the audio buttons. I can't hear it when it goes off anyway, only when I start the bike car, so that's just a bit more annoying for anything. Probably why there's not a lot of traffic coming this way. A lot of roadworks. So the good thing with these is that you can stick them wherever you want. You don't have to stick them on the mirrors, because obviously it is on the outside. If you wanted, you could stick them on your handlebars, or like I said, on the sides of the sat navs, or up here on the screen. So I'm not having to move my eyes anywhere. I'm looking forward. I was doing my area checks anyway, but then the little light goes off there and I'm like, cool, something on my left hand side. Completely up to you. Well guys, I appreciate we've only seen the right hand side go off and only got off a few times, but for whatever reason, this Saturday morning there's hardly any cars out. Also, where I live, as you can see, I don't live anywhere near a motorway, so I can't go jump in the middle lane and let people pass me either side. I've only got dual carriageways, all these lovely A and B roads, back roads. That still doesn't detract from the system. It works, and it works really well. The red light is subtle, but it is easy to see. I think anything that adds an extra layer of protection and safety to us whilst we're riding is a win, really. INNOVV don't just do blind spot detectors, they've also got a full array of camera systems, so motorcycle dash cams. So that could be an added thing that you add on to this, just to give you that all-round protection, especially with the rubbish drivers and all the insurance claims going on these days. Having some evidence-based footage just to show might save you a few penny in the long run. So don't forget, this system is going to set you back around £240. That's full price. I will leave a link for INNOVV in the description box below. So I'm just keeping quiet, seeing if it will set it off. But like we said, the speed needs to be detected for 3 seconds or less. There you go. They both flashed because the car was coming up a little bit faster to my rear, and I was stationary. And again, they come on with a solid red light, and then they start flashing a couple of times. Finally, enough cars where I can set it off. Yes. Now, what I like with these compared to the Chiggy's blind spot detection is, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but it does come up with a caution, and that is just from the cars on the opposite side going past me. So the jiggy blind spot detection system can't detect whether it's coming or going. So every time, sometimes a car goes past, it will whack up the caution warning, whereas obviously these do not. Which for me, that's much better. Like I said multiple times, I only want it to go off when there's something wrong or when something is potentially going to cause me a hazard, not just when there's a car going past me in the other lane. So, INNOVV, well done. Well done, sir. I'm running a quick errand. But whilst I was in my garage, and I walked past the rear of the bike, it did set off the blind spot detection kind of re-collision. There you go. You can see them and you can hear it because I was coming close to the bike. It's about 10 degrees. I've got enough on the back of the bike. Camera, radar. And remember, if you want to have a chance of winning at this system, subscribe to the channel. Keep an eye out because I will start doing some giveaways very, very soon. And lastly, before I go, massive shout out to INNOVV for sending me this product. Thank you very much. Guys, nothing else to say, but until the next one, ride safe. That's it, just fucking ignore me. Dickhead!